What is going on, everybody? My name is AJ, and we are here playing Divinity Original Sin 2. Now, this game recently fully released as of today, and I felt the need to play it mainly because of... Oh, well, let's go this way. This dude right here. I finally get to play as Beast. Oh, it's going to be amazing. I always play dwarf characters, and Beast just seemed like this really interesting guy, and they had him in the intro originally because I've been playing this since the early access build, and he's been a character that you just looked at from afar, longingly for the dwarven character, but you never got to play with him. He didn't join your party, nothing. So it's really nice to have him. Also, they allow you to play as this dude. His name is Fane. I'm not really into skeletons. However, another thing they did release is you can become an undead version of whatever race you want. I don't really know why you would want to, but you can. So there's that. Yeah. So anyways, we're gonna listen to his origin story just a second. But apparently, I did some research, found on the wiki that that Beast is supposed to be a battle mage, which seems a little bit weird for a sailor, but you know, he is a noble, so maybe, I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna listen to his origin story, but real quick, I just wanted to apologize to you guys for not putting out videos recently. If any of you guys are watching my current series, which is trying to 100% Oblivion, I still have a bunch of stuff saved up, and I will be posting those as often as I can. But recently, of course, this great state of Florida had a very nice hurricane by the name of Irma, which came through and decimated most of the southern part of the state. And for whatever reason, the stupid thing decided to come my way. I live off on the Panhandle, and it came. We were afraid it was going to come right at us, so the wife and I took the baby. We got out of here. And luckily, it didn't do anything to us, but it was still very devastating to people, especially in the Keys and around Cuba, and of course, Miami. I mean, heck, it didn't even hit Miami. It still got 120-mile-an-hour winds. It's ridiculous. So we were really grateful that nothing bad happened, but it did put a damper on any recording I've done. I know Slipgator even in Tampa got hit almost directly, and he seemed to have done. They seem to have done okay. So there's that. Irma was no joke, and if you guys want to donate to Irma support, definitely look it up. They're gonna need money to help out with that. So that somber note, we're gonna go ahead and listen to a sailor dwarf talk about stuff.
Oh. I was just thinking about someone I used to know. My cousin, the Queen, in fact. A tyrant. I tried to stop her, but things don't always go according to plan. She cast me out to a forgotten island, and made short work of my allies, too. Lucky for me, I was able to commandeer a ship, and began a new life for myself, out on the high seas. Aye, but I hear that the Queen is at it again. And there's something darker behind her madcap schemes this time. If I don't stop her, I don't know who will.
Okay, so there's Beast. Now his little bio says, your failed rebellion against the Queen nearly destroyed you. So you began a new life on the high seas. And now, your old enemy is back. If you don't stop her, no one will. So I'm keeping him exactly how he is. Apparent, perfect. Preset. Let me see something. I noticed this last time, and I want to see. Okay, presets are always set as battle mage, apparently. So whatever your class has been selected as. Okay, so it pre-selected this stuff for me. Shocking Touch. Sets the shock status on a target within arm's length. Deals 10 to 12 air damage. Okay. Battering Ram. Rush forward in a straight line and to a designated point, hitting all enemies within your path. That's cool. 27 to 32 damage. That's cool. I like that. Blinding Radiance. 9 to 10 air damage. You receive a status that turns enemies in a 5 meter radius blind. Okay. So I got Wayfarer, which is physical damage. Air Thurgy, which increases all air damage, and Persuasion. I kind of like all that. Okay. Talents. Comeback Kid is what they have selected, pre-selected for me. And Dwarven Guile, which gives you +1 in sneaking. Sturdy gives you +10 maximum vitality and +5% in dodging. Sorry, 10% maximum vitality. And Comeback Kid, once per combat, if enemy lands a fatal blow, Comeback Kid will help you bounce back to life with 20% health. If you die and are resurrected in combat, Comeback Kid will be available again. That's nice. Tags are Barbarian, Noble, and of course Beast, Dwarf, and Male. I don't exactly know why I need tags, but I'm sure that's used somewhere in the game. Instruments. Okay, so apparently what the instruments do is it actually determines kind of what type of music you're going to get while you're doing battles and things like that, which is really cool. I picked the cello because I play bass. The cello is kind of close. I mean, it's like the upright bass, essentially, right? Except you play it with with one of the bows. I don't know, man. I don't play classical music. So anyways, we're going to pick that. I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and start this game. Be forewarned, this first episode is going to be long. Essentially, I want to get off of the main intro and starting quest and everything in the next episode. So we're going to go.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
Very nice intro. I happen to know nothing is said in the beginning, but we're going to check it out real quick, and then I need to go say hi to my little man. Just got home from school. Alright, here we go. I love that he's so short. So great. Gotta slide down. Okay.
A new dawn, a new day. Now, to get control of this barge before sundown.
Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sun is situated. We're good to go. We're going to go ahead and jump into this. Now, this is going to be, like I said before, it's going to be a little bit longer of an episode, and I apologize for that, guys. Probably going to be in the 40-minute range. I hope to speed through it.
You're up. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
But one thing that they have changed, there's a lot of new differences, small nuances. Before it was, there was no narrator. But you're going to see in a second that they've added a narrator voice, which is going to actually increase how long it takes me to do stuff. And of course, me explaining stuff is going to do the same.
Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Okay, we're just gonna take our leave. We're not gonna get into any trouble. We're not gonna start any fights.
There's been a murder here.
I'm gonna loot some shite. If there's anything to loot. Ooh, 2 gold. Take it. I guess we should walk in here, just see what's going on. I didn't do it last time that I tried to record this, but I will this time.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
You're one of the
Oh,
only
I'm so sorry. I thought I
indisputably
didn't click
innocent
it.
people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
Yeah.
I thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
Now this is interesting. I've never noticed the trade symbol quite so nice looking before. It's something that they allow you to do. You can basically trade with anyone in the game. So it's kind of nice to see it where I can actually see it. Before I think it was just like a little pile of gold and it was lit up gold. But I don't really remember because I didn't use it all that often except for people that were actual traders. Okay, so
Thanks. I just...
yeah, whatever. Okay, so we're not going to listen to every conversation, especially the stuff I know isn't important.
Come on, please no, sir.
Nothing. Take that bedroll. Close this. Let's see what's in here. It's not necessary to do this, but I like looting, so that's why I'm doing it. I just want you guys to know. The truth has to come out. Okay. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Ah, there you are. Husband. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this loser woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
I'm going to play along. Take her arm and grin. With a grin, tell the children they must be mistaken.
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
Say that's true enough. Shake her hand. A louse, you presume? Louse? Lucy? I don't know.
You presume right.
Asking if she knows anything about the murder.
Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Tell her she ought to have a look around with you. You can watch each other's backs.
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it.
Yeah.
You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Yeah, good luck to you too, weirdo. Okay, okay, here comes a fun one.
Why won't you sing?
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
Whose fate is she deciding?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
If she can decide fates with dice, ask if she can read the future in Cowan trails as well.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Okay, so one of the things that elves in this game, for whatever reason, can do is they can consume human flesh, or, well, flesh of another creature, and determine memories from them. And sometimes it helps out with quests and things like this. So Sebille, whatever, is a really good character to have. Plus, she's a rogue, so she's a good character to have on your party, just so you know. Try to always get her.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
As you were forced onto this ship in the dead of night, you walked the length of the hull, running your hand along the timber as if it were a woman's thighs. I must say, I've never heard so many pet names for dead wood before.
Let's go with 2. Admit wide-eyed. That's exactly right.
Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
So nice of her. Okay, so we're gonna keep going here. Go talk to
A
Ifem.
scruffy man
Ifem.
lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
You are right, Ifem.
Cocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
Ask why the Magister suspects him of murder.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
What did he do?
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties. No.
Okay, so he didn't do the murder,
The
at least
dead
he
man,
says.
Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
Okay, does he know anything about Fort Joy?
The Joy? I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself.
Your Majesty, turnips and water are all I was given.
We're gonna go with number 1 there. Say you'd like to meet Alexander. You show him exactly what you think of his bloody divine order.
Easy now. I might think the same. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You, dwarf, what's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name.
Let's go with Beast.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Okay. Keeping on. None of these people are particularly important. The Red Prince, though.
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
Yes.
Ah, music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
Most certainly. Tell him, given a sheet of satin, you can make a bum look like a baron? See, my mind instantly went to bum as in your butt. But I think they mean bum as in a homeless person.
Oh, but to feel the caress of satin on my scarlet skin once more. A most satisfactory answer indeed. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
I love the Beast answer. Proudly stroke your beloved beard. That should suffice as an answer.
Yes, if you sprout hair as copiously on other regions of your physique, I don't doubt you're well versed in the secrets of grooming. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate. As per your own testimony, you can cook, tailor, and groom. Well, that just about settles it. I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave.
I'm a play along. You're over the moon. Tell him you accept.
Of course you accept. Mine wasn't an offer, it was an order. Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your duties once we reach Fort Joy. Now shoot!
Okay. Let's see if there's anyone else in here that we care about. Don't see anyone as of yet. Oh, here's Fane. Fane looks like an elf here, but he was an undead.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out and examines your face, tugging at your ears and prodding your nose.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
I'm gonna do the Beast answer. Short toll. It's like a snort and a chuckle. Is that what that is? If he finds those appendages fascinating, just wait till he sees the rest of you.
The elf reaches towards you to continue his examination, and you slap his hand down. Apparently, this guy doesn't get jokes.
Oh dear. I seem to have crossed some cultural taboo. How difficult. You have my apologies, dwarf. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once.
Look at him curiously. You're not sure he understands what's happening.
Perhaps not. Understanding is all rather relative. Take this book, for example. I understand all of it, and yet none of it makes sense. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
Smirk and tell him the history of just a series of lies. Sadly, the Dwarf Empire was great once, but it has shrunk a lot in recent history.
Most unusual. And if it's not too rude to suggest, not much of an answer. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
Look at them incredulously. Gods are a force of nature. They don't have a history.
Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else? Now please, run along. I have a world to discover.
I'm just gonna leave them be. We're getting a little long-winded here.
Here to register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
I'm fine.
Glad to hear it. You head on in now. Williams will get you.
Alright.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Say yes, sir.
By all means, do as the officer says. But you had better hurry, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Oh, God.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Oh, snap. Whoa. A little more theatricality in it this time.
What's happened?
Nothing there, but... Ooh, sharp stone on a stick. Let's take this. Okay. What does this do? 45 physical? Okay, that's fine. Just take some of this stuff. Take some wine. We can sell this shit later, I think. Or this shite later. Just trying not to swear. I'm gonna try not to swear for you guys too much. Okay, so I was thinking I was just gonna play through it. I'm at 20 minutes here. I know I was at like 10 minutes before. This is gonna be a 30-minute video already. So we're gonna go ahead and call it a video here. And we're gonna pick up immediately in the next episode, which will be posted tomorrow. Just so you guys know. And we'll finish this out and see what we go with. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, do me a favor, smash that like button for me. And if you haven't already done so, feel free to subscribe as well. Don't forget to like, favorite, share the video if you enjoyed it. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you later.